Hello everybody, this is Bobby Lee with Hurricane Creek Farms. We're a beef cattle operation in West Tennessee. We do a little bit of everything from cow-calf to stocker calves to even feeding a few head to finish every year that we market direct to consumer for a few of our neighbors and friends. I guess you can probably see behind me a lot of Hereford influence within our cow herd, and what our primary objective there is we're crossing these Hereford cows with Brahma bull to produce that F1 hybrid Brayford, a lot of times the tiger stripe calf that really makes a desirable female heifer that we then market as a replacement. But we'll take you through, I guess, a lot of the kind of day-to-day things that we do. It's early March right now, so we're really getting ready to start calving with our cow herd. We got a few fall calves, we're primarily spring calving. Getting ready to purchase some stocker calves here over the next few weeks. But again, just take you along with the video series showing you just day-to-day things. Sometimes we really don't know what we're going to end up doing from one day to the next, just depending on where the need arises. But anyway, I wanted to give you that brief introduction, and hope you come along with us and enjoy the videos. Okay, and so what I'm doing right now is just scouting. It's a field or a pasture we have here where we have planted a winter annual mix, basically triticale and then a balanza clover. You'll also see a turnip, a few mixed in here and there. But this is basically, I believe we planted this on October 5th, and today is March the 4th, and so getting really close to being ready to graze some of this. You can see here in some of these best spots, it's getting well up close to 12 inches in height, and so really nice to get some early spring grazing before our perennial pastures, which are mostly fescue, and then warm season Bermuda mix. But you can see the cows are over there. They're kind of anxious. They're looking across the fence, seeing all this green triticale and clover and wanting to get in here and get a bite. But we're trying to hold off for another maybe 10 days, 2 weeks. Let this stand get just a little taller so they don't just come in here and just totally knock it out within a day or two's time, and we can actually get several good weeks of grazing on it. Got about 20 acres total here in this creek bottom, actually a little on both sides of the creek over there. You can see through the tree line. But I guess forages in general are really my passion when it comes to that part of the operation. The forages aspect really of the beef cattle operation is really probably where my passion lies. Especially here in the southeast, where we do have plenty of rainfall. Typically, I think our area averages 55 to 60 inches of rain a year, although we've far exceeded that I know we certainly did last year, not the last couple of years. But can grow grass pretty well, and so to make the operation really work, and the cheapest feed you have for those cattle is grass, is grazing, and really that's, as beef cattle farmers in this part of the country, you're really a grass farmer. The ground, the soil is obviously our greatest resource. We use it to produce this forage for them. Try to maximize the number of grazing days we can get in a year. For our beef cattle herd, of course, we keep them year round, and so we end up feeding for probably 4 months out of the year, maybe a little more. They're eating hay that we have put up during the summertime. But then, the longer we can extend that grazing season, the better. And that's where, really we try to implement these winter annuals. As soon as this Probably mid-May, as this starting to really heat up and this cover crop is dying out, we will then plant a summer annual that we will graze into the fall. And we'll have to make a decision on what exactly we want to plant next year. If it be, a very similar mix, but lots of different options. We really kind of use this 20 acres to experiment and just kind of learning as we go, seeing what's going to work best. Yeah, well, I'm really excited to see that, and I'm probably not nearly as excited as these cows are to see how well they do once we turn them in here. We'll actually be starting calving really any day now, and so getting them in here would be nice too. Obviously, you can see nice, clean, no mud at all. There's been no animals in here since really, well, the time we planted it in early October. But okay, so we're gonna cross the creek and check out this little bit of pasture on the other side. See, we didn't, I guess, actually build this bridge. This bridge has been here for a long time. Replaced all the decking on it last summer. We have a culvert up the creek there a little ways that it finally washed out for the second time, and so we got tired of having to replace that and went ahead and say the beams were already there in good shape on that bridge and replaced it. That was a pretty nice little project. You can see over here this annual mix is really coming on strong. Of the little over 20 acres we have planted, I'd say 14, 15 acres of it is really coming on good. Some of it is a little lower. We have some wet spots that don't do quite as well. You can see a small example of it right there. But it's really jumped these last few days. We've had a relatively mild winter overall, and then these last few days have been really nice. We've been getting into the 60s. Like I was even looking at extended day or extended forecast, and don't have any freezing temperatures over these next 10 to 14 days or so. And I will certainly be more than happy to see a relatively mild kind of early spring, get these grasses growing, get the cows off the hay a little sooner and eating this green grass. They'll really take off and do a little better as well. Well, and what do you know, as we're out here kind of scouting these annual cover crops, you see we have a yearling bull that has gotten out. Shouldn't be too big of an issue to resolve. He's very gentle, very much knows what a feed bucket is. So we shouldn't have much trouble getting him to follow us back into his paddock. Although if he does get out here in this nice lush triticale and clover, that feed may not be as tempting as it otherwise normally would be. But we'll go get a bucket of feed and see if we can get him to follow us back in. And then I guess we're going to be patching a little fence, because he obviously found somewhere to either go through it or over it or under it. We'll see if we can solve this little minor problem. Hey, buddy. What you done? Yep, you got caught. All right. This guy, you can see he's not being totally cooperative. He's really enjoying his moments of freedom outside of the paddock where he's been spending the winter. But I believe he's gonna recognize that we have a nice tasty bucket of feed here, and he'd really be interested in getting the bite up. Come on, big guy, come on. Woo! Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Come on. Yeah, that's what I thought. Hey, big guy, come on. Come on, big guy. You want to go in here and eat a little of this, don't you? All right, that's more like it. Come on, you're gonna get a little snack. You're gonna get rewarded for your bad behavior, I guess, in a sense. But I'm a cattleman. I'm not really a cowboy, so you won't see me swinging a rope trying to catch a calf like that. I always tell people if I can't catch mine with a bucket of feed, we're in trouble. But fortunately, he's very representative of most of ours, where he knows what a bucket of feed is. He should follow us on through, hopefully. Better quit talking and get to catch. He's really feeling his oats this morning. Come on, big guy. Come on, buddy. Come on back through. Come on back through. Showing off for the ladies, aren't you? I know I'm excited about spring too. Old roll of hay. But he is really enjoying playtime, yeah. Like I say, he's about 13, maybe 14 months old, so very much about like a teenager, just full of himself. Not really sure what he's doing, but he's having a good time. Anyway. There he comes, he figured out. Oh my goodness, there's feed in that trough. I would like to join those ladies for brunch, I guess we'll call it. Yeah, it's about 10 o'clock. Going through the gate. Whoop. He can hang out with them, have a little snack for the next few minutes. We want to get him out of there. We don't want him romancing those ladies. Not at this point in any of their lives. And the mystery of how or where he got out is not a very exciting one. It was simply a gate open. I guess that's a little bit of a bright spot, no fence to fix. This gate actually didn't latch very well. I knew that. I'd gone through it just a few days ago, so we made a very quick fix there. But yeah, thankfully I was expecting we may find where a tree had fallen on the fence or a few broken wires. We would be patching real quickly, but much simpler even than that. All right, everybody, and I guess a couple more of the farm animals to introduce you to. This is Blue and Norman. They are two orphan bull calves that we are model raising now, essentially. You'll notice neither of them look like they have any Brahman in them, and they do not. They're not actually from this farm. They were from a neighbor. Norman's a little overzealous there to get his evening dinner. He is actually trained. We were able to get him to drink out of just a bucket. Blue here never would take that very well, so we have this other type set up in a bucket with a nipple on it, and he does very well. Drinks his milk just about as fast as old Norman, but we do separate them at feeding time just to be sure that neither of them tries to bully the other one and get more than his fair share. Probably get to see more of them in future videos. They seem to be a hit, and certainly very friendly as they're very, very accustomed to human interaction at this point. That'll probably just about wrap up this first video. I hope you found it at least moderately entertaining. If you stuck around this long, I'm gonna, I guess, assume so. Please hit the subscribe, hit the like button, tell a friend about us. We certainly plan to have more videos coming out in the very near future. Feel free to give us just comments, ask them about it. Any questions you have, anything you may like to see on video. You know, we'll as you know the different activities on the farm naturally come around. We'll try to share as much as we can. Like I say, we're getting into calving season here. You know, our spring calvers starting any day, so should have some good content with some new babies very soon. But anyway, with that, like I say, God bless, and have a good evening.